off with some local updates this week. Mayor Bill de Blasio is getting set for his re-election bid. He's hosting a town hall meeting right here in our borough. The mayor will tackle questions tonight from residents of the 14th Community Council District. The forum will take place at Crescent Academy, which is 2160 Crescent Avenue, at 7 p.m. Now, the mayor did win the Bronx handedly when he ran for mayor the first time in 2013. Residents are asked to arrive by 6 p.m. and those wishing to RSVP can email townhallrsvp@cityhall.nyc.gov, or you can call 212-788-1412. Once again, 212-788-1412. Well, bus stops in our borough are seeing some real-time improvements. Several bus stops have been upgraded with real-time passenger information, including countdown clocks. The digital clocks hoisted at bus stop posts use the same GPS tracking system as the MTA's bus time feature, and that's only available online. Now, the countdown clocks, which are also equipped with an audio feature for the visually impaired, serve the BX3, BX22, BX28, BX36, BX40, and BX42 lines. The first areas in our borough seeing the upgrades are currently on the corners of East Kingsbridge Road and Grand Concourse, University Avenue and West Tremont, and University and West Burnside and East Burnside and Jerome Avenue. So if you go to any one of those, I'm sure you'll see some real-time updates. Summer events are starting to heat up locally. Get ready to boogie on Sundays, July 23rd and August the 20th, as well as September 10th. The center lanes of the Grand Concourse from 162nd Street to 170th will be closed to cars and open for the community to boogie on the boulevard. A series of fun events with free music, arts, and fitness programs. The event is hosted from organizations from the Bronx, and the admission is free. And on that same note, the Bronx Summer Concert Series at Orchard Beach just started. And if you missed the first concert this past Sunday, come on out and enjoy some salsa, freestyle, bachata, merengue, R&B, and pop every Sunday through September the 3rd. Now, this is an initiative hosted by the Bronx Borough President's Office and is also free to the public. Well, the Bronx's own Saudi Tahada will be competing in her first Ironman competition on Sunday, July 23rd, with over 140 miles of swimming, biking, and running. Now, what does the top Latina triathlete do to warm up? Well, try competing in the New York City Triathlon. The race held this Sunday will see runners pass through the 5 boroughs, and part of the triathlon will pass right through the Bronx on the Meshulah Parkway. We take a look right
Being a triathlete is swimming, then biking, and then running. My name is Saudi Tahada, aka the Honey Badger, and I am an elite triathlete.
Saudi Tahada is actually the top Latina female in the tri-state area and has been for the past 5 years. She is our star, a natural podium finisher, and she beats about 95% of the guys as well.
After doing triathlons for about 6 years, I am going to be doing the longest distance that I've ever thought I was going to do it. I will be doing the Ironman. This will be my first marathon, my first Ironman, which is 140 miles, 2.4 mile swim, 112-mile bike ride, followed by a full marathon. Please pray for me.
On July 23rd, Saudi Tahada will be competing in Ironman Lake Placid.
It definitely is a big commitment in terms of, you know, putting in the time and getting all your equipment. Being part of Tri Huracan and working with Coach Ishmael Rodriguez, I mean, he's made the sport accessible. He's willing to work with athletes, and he's teaching people from the Bronx how to swim, how to bike, how to run with proper form.
Tri Huracan's mission is to bring this sport, the sport of triathlon, and fitness, the lifestyle, to all persons of color, particularly ones living in the Bronx. You know, we're proud to say that Tri Huracan was born in the Bronx and is being raised in the Bronx. And as a Bronx boy myself, it's one of the things that makes me the most proud. We're basically an organization, a group of athletes who are just the average Joes, the average Janes of people. And then we have a Wonder Woman tossed into that mix. Saudi Tahada
I came to the Bronx for school, and Hostos Community College really gave me that second chance to rebuild my life. I pretty much stayed on the honor roll, trying to bounce back from a very difficult situation. And then I went to Fordham, and I decided that I wanted to get my master's in the nonprofit sector. And I wanted to focus on fundraising and development because growing up in a single parent household, nonprofits were so resourceful for me in terms of providing me with extracurricular activity, educational support, and we relied on them. Kids, especially kids of color, are 5 times more likely to drown in a pool. When I was 10 years old, I almost drowned. Soon after that, we got a scholarship through our church to take, basically a summer program at a pool. And that was when I got more comfortable in the water. That same year, I joined the swim team. It's so important for families to prioritize fitness, to prioritize these things, because they are lifelong skills and they can be life-saving skills. The story of my life is really just really confronting fear and overcoming these fears and thriving. And the great thing about it is, I'm going to be representing Tri-Huracan. I'm going to be representing the Bronx. It's exciting because in a sport that lacks diversity, to have a Latina athlete from the Bronx podium in a race, it is definitely breaking barriers and paving the way for more people to take on the sport.
The New York City Triathlon, July 16th, 2017, takes place there with a swim in the Hudson, a bike ride up the Hudson River Parkway, and a run in Central Park.
And there's a little part where they'll be visiting the Bronx, right at the turnaround point on the bike on Meshulo Parkway and Gun Hill. And that section right there is such a great spot for cheering. And I've done it for the past several years in my cheerleading outfit. And I encourage people to go there and welcome these athletes to the Bronx and show them how it's done in the Bronx and really motivate them and encourage them to finish this race. It's not always easy, especially for those that are doing this for the first time. If you can do a triathlon and you can apply that same commitment, that same training and structure to other aspects in your life, it's not going to be comfortable at first, the first few weeks, the first few months. But once your body gets used to it, it's definitely something that will help you succeed in other areas of your life.